What's up, is Josh? I'm gonna make this long because I like if I make the video 3 minutes because I'm only putting this stuff on YouTube. I'm not putting it everywhere, so I don't care. But I'm putting it up. But if I make it 3 minutes, it's just short, and I can only I like to tag. I like to tag all kinds of people. I gotta make it like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna make this. I was just gonna make it a short story. Like here's the original story, and then I'll tell you the part that I'm. I was like, oh, because my story I can go on for like. I mean, I got stories from this month for about probably like I don't even know, probably a couple of days, like hours wise. So I'm in Reno, right, and it's cold outside, but like uh, I'm on the gambling side. I'm on the Nevada side of state line, right, and there's like a Harris on this side, and there's the Bally's over here. The videos me hanging out there. I had the phone still. Then there's this place called I don't even know what it's called. Frank Frank's Gambling. I don't know. It's a big place. It's all owned by Harris and like I think one other company, but it's mostly owned by Harris. And then there's the Golden Nugget, right? And behind the Golden Nugget, because Tahoe is it's up in the mountains, right? So like there's bears out there and everything, but like not at this time. So behind like there's the town, which is a town, it's not a city, and the casinos they're really big. But then behind that, it's like all fucking woods and then the lake. So right behind the Golden Nugget, there's woods, right? And like, but there's a road that goes around there. And I was looking for some place to sleep. Once you go up into the mountains into Tahoe, unless you get on, like, there's a free bus that goes up and down there. Once you get up there, you're up there. And like, if you don't get on that bus going down, you're up there. There's no going. You're not walking down the mountain. that going. You're up and you're in Tahoe until the next day or whatever. But it was freezing cold, but whatever. I wouldn't train again. It was freezing cold, so I had to find a place to sleep. Like everything else, like I'd always leave everything behind because, like, why is the tradition that Satan fight, whether it's happening, fights with Michael over Moses's body? Well, but we have no. First of all, that probably didn't happen. But if it did happen, the reason that it did happen is because God knew the Israelites were rebellious. I mean, Moses was up in Mount Sinai getting the Ten Commandments for not very long. He comes back down and they're already worshiping a cow, and they had just saw the Red Sea part. And people be like, "Oh no, that's a metaphor." No, that shit really happened because I've seen stuff like that. Like there's no doubt in my mind that the story of Jonah actually happened. And this light just came on right when I said that. This guy saying, "Yep, that happened. I put him in the belly." That story that's a true story. I've seen stuff like that. I mean, I've never been in a belly of fish. I've been moved. Like, but anyway, back to the Red Sea happened. They saw that. That's why the Jews are so uh, like, even though they rebel, that's why it's ingrained in them because all their ancestors saw that, right? And they told their children, their children, their children. And when somebody tells you a story and you know if there's, you know if it's real, and then you hear that story, you're like, oh my god, this has been passed down. Anyway, that's not the point. The reason if they did fight over Moses' body, they fight over it, and God personally buries it, right? The reason it would be because He didn't want them to start worshiping Moses' dead body, because that's what they would have done. And you'd be like, no, that wouldn't happen. Yeah, that's exactly what would have happened. Hence, have you seen how many bones the Catholic Church has? They have bones all over the place. Bones here, bones there, blood, vials. You know what I'm saying? They worship that stuff. That's what would have happened. That's why if God did take them. That's probably why He didn't let it. It's probably, you know, God. I didn't even think about this, but He says He doesn't. He let them in because they don't calf or whatever. But it's probably part of God's plan. It's probably the reason He doesn't let the first generation into the promised land is the same kind of reason as what I just said, because they're the first. Even though second other generations came out. I don't know. I don't know about it. That's not really the question. Anyway, see, that's why like, I need hours and I need days, and I got all kinds of stuff up here. Somebody to talk to about it. I don't talk about it. Anyway, so I'm out back, man. It's like late at night, right? And I find this cardboard by this tree, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can lay out here. I can sleep out here till the morning. It's gonna be cold. Oh, that was why I started talking about it. Because God had me on this thing where I wouldn't keep anything. I wouldn't keep any clothes. As soon as I get done with some process, new clothes would come along, like manna, and I would change. I would change. Sometimes a piece at a time. Sometimes a shirt, and then I'd come up on some pants. I'd have really nice shoes, but I new shoes would be sitting there, or old shoes or whatever shoes. They'd be sitting there. I'd change my shoes and I'd leave them. Right? Not because I thought there was any magical properties involved in it. I don't know. I just it was plus it was just something that kept me I don't know involved. Right? It was like a marker. But I would change everything. So I would never have a coat. I would never have a backpack. I would never have water. I would never have food. Like the whole time, you know, I'd have to come upon it, right? And I got into the habit of just changing my clothes all the time for no reason. They wouldn't even be dirty. But I, a new pair of shoes would come along, or an old pair, or whatever. I'd have a brand new pair of shoes. It'd be really nice. I'd be like, I wouldn't even think about it. I would leave those shoes, change into the other shoes. I came upon the next shoes, the next shirt, the next shirt, or the next hat, or the next, right? Because I never have any money. Sometimes I'd never have a coat. But like, here's one of the places where it runs into problems. So I'm up in Lake Tahoe. I don't have a coat, right? I don't even know if I had a hoodie. And it's cold. It's like spring, and spring in Lake Tahoe is cold. I don't like the cold. So I'm out back freezing, waiting for the sun to come up. So I don't even know because I can hang out. I'm not getting. Anyway, that's the point. See, like I can get sidetracked.